Y'all, your girl is tired. Send help. No, honestly, I caught some kind of bug when I was away, and my stomach has been messed up, and I've been having headaches. But luckily, I woke up today with no headache, and I'm feeling a little better. And I've got to get myself together because I need to exercise. And I need to exercise, and I need to go out and get some disinfectants because I'm not really sure what it was. I suspect it was something I ate in my last couple of days there, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna try to just disinfect just to be on the safe side. I told my daughter not to come today because I don't know what it is, and I don't think it's contagious because my husband hasn't been exhibiting any symptoms, but I don't know, and I don't want to risk getting her sick. So we will get together later on in the week. And I was gonna water the flowers, but it started raining, so I don't have to do that. I am washing clothes. I have some drying right now, so I'm going to do a few more loads of clothes. I'm going to change the linens on the bed just because I've been sick. And what else? Something else. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to answer a question that I got via email about retirement. Someone just asked how I was planning for retirement, what I am doing. So I'm going to try to give a little detailed breakdown on that, and we'll see where it goes. I'm sorry. I know that I'm looking rough. I can't even believe I turned this camera on right now, but I am, hey man, I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it through. So I'm going to get at that, and then I'll be back. Happy Mother's Day to everyone, whether or not your mother is here in the physical form, because mine is not. But, and that may be a little bit why I have this little kind of somber feeling today. I do get somber on Mother's Day. In fact, for many years, I wouldn't let anybody celebrate Mother's Day with me after my mom passed. But then I realized that was completely unfair to my daughter because, you know, I'm her mom. Like, she has a mom. Like, why can't she celebrate Mother's Day? So, oh, my clothes are dry. But, so I realized the era of that, and I switched it up. But I still do get a little down, and I can imagine that any mothers that have lost children, this is a hard day too. So my heart is with you. Let me get up. I need to get moving. I need to get exercising. So I need to get up. So I'll see you guys soon. Yes, I did end up exercising, you guys. I just decided to do a 5-minute, it's kind of like a little interval thing with jump rope. So I found this years ago on YouTube, and I always kind of go back to it for my little pep up, get yourself together, get on your feet kind of thing. But you do regular bounce jump rope, and then you go into jumping jacks, and then you do boxer skip jump rope, and then you go into sumo squats, and then you do regular bounce jump rope again, and then you go into speed skaters, and then you do boxer skip jump rope, and you go into a squat hold. And it's a 5-minute interval with, I think it's 8-second break in between each exercise. And then at the end, you take a 45-second to 1-minute break, and then you start it over again. And I do it about 4 to 5 times just to get my blood pumping, get my blood flowing. It kind of always makes me feel a little bit more awake and better. So that is what I decided to do today. And I will be honest, after it was over, I felt much, much, much better. And I just felt alive because I have not been feeling that. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a shower and get out to get some cleaning supplies. Yeah, the struggle is real. This is what I'm given today. I'm given a Yuengling trucker hat, a white t-shirt, some jeans, and some sneakers. Which I'm a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl anyway. I don't, I dress up when I have to, but I don't really like the whole shebang. I'm a tomboy. So, but this is what it's given today. Now I need to get to Dollar General. I'm on the road to the Dollar General. My ear's itching. Ugh. But, let me turn the radio down. What was I about to say? I'm headed to the Dollar General, and I got to get some cleaning supplies. And for anyone wondering, yes, I will be wearing a mask when I go in there because I don't know what I have. And, could be old people in there. I don't want to, old people, young people, people with medical conditions, I don't want to subject them to anything that I have. I don't even know what it is. So, just to be on the cautionary side, I will be doing that. Anywho, what was I about to talk about? Oh, let's talk about this 401k thing. So I received a question, and the question was, basically they saw that I was talking about retiring before the age of 60, and they were like, well, how are you going to do that? Like, what is your plan? What are you doing to plan for retirement? So I figured I would go into a little detail of how I am doing that. Well, first off, I have not made the greatest choices along the way. I can guarantee you that. Like, I can't even sit here and act like everything I was doing was on point and on par. It was not. I should have started earlier. I did start in my 20s, but I cashed it out. Should have never done that. But I'm thankful I did because it got me to another step, so I can't even beat myself up for that. But anywho, it could have been so much easier, much, much easier if I had not done that. But anyway, that's it. Water under the bridge now. I have been saving for retirement since my 30s, consistently. But along the way, I did make some mistakes too, because I took out a loan against it. I don't know why either. And I beat myself up all the time about that. And I think I just tried because I heard so many people doing it. So I just wanted to try it, because for the life of me, I can't even think of why I did it, like what it was for. Anywho, but ever since then, I got myself straightened out, and now I know the mistakes I made, and I've acknowledged and corrected those things. Now my thing is just to try to increase my 401k contributions every single year. Like, I will be increasing again in July. Currently, from my actual salaried pay, I contribute a little shy of $20,000 a year to my retirement. And Then of course my company contributes their portion, which is roughly about 5.25% in addition to that. And as you all know, I have just started a Roth, which that's not even really finished. I started a Roth, but it's not the Roth that I want, so I have to go back to the bank on Monday and switch it to the type that I would like to have. But I've contributed $4,000 to a Roth. So in totality, I've contributed about 27K will be going to my retirement as of 2025. Now, it will be more because I do plan to max out that Roth, and that is $7,000. So I will be doing another lump sum. It'll just be later in the year. And the reason that I do it that way, because I know you guys are wondering, like, well, you haven't even maxed out your work 401k. Why are you getting a Roth? The reason I did it that way is because a portion of my salary is not subject to 401k deductions. So a portion of my income that I get in at my job is not subject to having the 401k deduction taken out. So what I'm doing is I'm making up for that using another investment vehicle. So I'm making up for the amount that doesn't get deducted by my job for my 401k. I use the Roth to bridge that gap. But I do hope to max out my 401k, and it'll probably be right before I turn 50, which at 50 you're able to contribute an additional $7,000 a year to your 401k. So I won't really be maxed out, really. So basically that's how I've been doing it, and how I did that is by gradual increases over the course of time. So when I say that, I mean I started off at 3%. The next year I might have went to 4. The next year I might have went to 5, and I just kept doing that over time. And that is how I was able to get higher. Because I'm going to be honest with you. If you can, and you're young, and you can just go ahead and smack dab, knock that thing out and max it out and just live on your remaining income, do it. By all means, I would have. If I can't tell you to do it. I can tell you that if it were me, I would, if I was in that situation at the time. However, I was not in that situation at the time. I was not in a place where I could contribute that much money to my 401k. I couldn't do it, so I had to just gradually over time, as I made more money, just keep bumping up, which also allowed me not to get caught up in that whole lifestyle creep thing, because I was giving everything that I was getting as far as like salary increases, I was giving it to my 401k. So it was a twofold kind of thing. It helped me prevent lifestyle creep, and it also helped me to increase my 401k to a point where now am I satisfied with what I'm contributing now? No. I want to contribute more. I plan to contribute more. But I'm in a good place, and I feel that I can make it to my goal. I know I will make it to my goal if I just continue this path. So that is how I am preparing for retirement. I am actively increasing I currently contribute, the current contributions to my retirement are about $27,000, might be $28,000 a year overall, by 3 different vehicles: my work 401k, my work Roth 401k, my employer match, and my personal Roth with my bank. And like I said, I know that will increase this year. I plan to increase my contribution to my 401k in July. I plan an additional lump sum to my Roth at my bank in November. So that's how things are looking right now. Let me go ahead and Dollar General, and then I will come back and talk to you about what I would do different. Alright, y'all, that was quick. Well, it actually wasn't too quick, but it was really sweet because the young dude in there was like, I had to switch from a little hand basket to a actual shopping cart, and he took out all my stuff and put it in there for, like, it was like happy Mother's Day. I thought it was real sweet. But back to what I was talking about. I would have recorded in there, but they play music really loud in that Dollar General for whatever freaking reason they do. So I knew that it was a no-go for that. But where was I at? Do I think I will reach my goals? Yeah, if I keep on this track. Yes, I do. Do I wish I had done things differently? Absolutely. I've already told you that I wish I had never taken a loan against my 401k before. I wish I had never cashed out my initial 401k. Another thing that I wish I had done was never gotten into debt. The amount of debt that I had, because debt prevents you from being able to fork over the money for your retirement. Like, because you don't have the ability to not have that money come in your check and have it go elsewhere. So I really wish I had, just not been more mindful of the debt I was in, so that I could have contributed that money to my 401k instead. Now there's a, I could say, well, the student loan debt, even though it was a doozy, without it, I don't foresee myself making the amount of money that I make now. Like, I don't. So that's a trade-off, which, like I said, in my situation, that worked out, because it doesn't always work out. Sometimes you get into a lot of student loan debt, and then the field you end up in is not paying you, what it would cost to be able to pay your student loan back. So, I feel in a way like I can't really be mad about that part, you know what I mean? Because at least I, was able to get that debt gone. So I don't know how I feel about it. I know there are things I could have done differently with the student loan, though, and thank God it's gone now. But still, I could have done things differently and probably saved myself some money, which could have been turned on to my retirement instead. So there are a lot of things I would have done differently. But when I'm talking to my nieces, nephews, and daughter and such, I just tell them, start early and don't touch it. I'm not talking about, notice I didn't say max out. I didn't say how much to do. I just said start early and don't touch it. Many, many people could likely retire early if they started earlier and left it alone. So, that is my probably number one thing that I wish I had done. I did start early, but I touched it. And I wish I had just left it alone, left it there, and all that good stuff. And I wish I had never gotten to the amount of debt that I was in, to where I couldn't contribute what I really probably needed to contribute earlier. And probably lastly, do something. I wish I you know, a lot of times we work places and sometimes that place doesn't offer a retirement plan, and a lot of people don't know that they can just go to their bank and start their own, and I wish they would do that. But that's really all I got on the retirement thing. That's how I'm doing it. Do I think I'll reach my goal? Yeah, I think so, or at least very close to it. And you know, I think I will, barring any catastrophic events. I don't know what life is bringing. This world is cray right now. It's like, who knows what tomorrow will bring. But as long as I'm on the path that I'm currently on, yes, I do believe that I will reach my goal. And I do believe that, you know, I can continue on this path and that it will work out, barring any catastrophic events. And that's how I'm doing it. And it's, believe you me, it's not the easiest thing to do, to have your money gone before you get your money. It's not always easy to see that money gone. I mean, yeah, it's pre-tax, so it could be, it's you're not going to get the amount that you're putting in your 401k because it's a pre-tax thing. But at the same time, you know, it is money that's in your account that's in your check that you're not really going to see. So there's that. And yeah, I do I'm sorry you guys, I got distracted. I do, you know, wish I had done some things different. I'm not even gonna sit here in front and act like I did everything perfectly and that I'm perfectly on track to do everything in the perfect manner of no, absolutely not. I made some horrible choices at times. I was not, you know, on point sometimes. I really wasn't. And so that's the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is I have to go harder now because of those things. That is the truth of it all. And so, you know, if we're being real, that's the deal. So, but that is what I'm doing. Like, I'm contributing as much as I possibly can. I'm increasing every single year. And that's really what it's going to be until I'm no longer with this company or I'm no longer working. You know, because if I go to another company down the road, you know, I don't know what that salary is going to be. I don't know what that's going to be. So I can't sit here and say, yeah, this is going to be this way forever, you know, because I don't know. You know, I don't have any plans of leaving the company, but, you know, sometimes the company has plans for you that you aren't expecting. So I can't even go on that anymore. So, yeah, that's what it's going to be, though, right now. It's going to be me doing that and contributing all that I can. And I need to go back the other way. Contributing all I can and seeing how it works out. I mean, this is the thing with the whole retirement thing. People think you have to have a set amount of retirement money, and that is not the case. What you have to have is what you need for your life to be lived in the manner that you want it to be in those days. So it's not necessarily, oh, if you need $1 million, because some people don't need $1 million. They really don't. I mean, it's great to have, but they don't have to have it to live the lifestyle that they want to live in their retirement. So retirement is a tailor-made thing. It's how you want to live. How much money you're going to be spending varies vastly for people. Some people still have a mortgage in retirement. Some people don't. you know, housing is one of your biggest expenses. So, you know, it just depends on what you are looking for you. That's what your retirement picture is based off of. It's not based off of a set number that you have to have in order for this or that. It's really not like that. And I wish that more information was out there to let people know that, because I think people get caught up in a number. You know, not saying that not having $1 million is, you know, or having $1 million is not a good thing for your retirement, even if it's too much for you. But some people do not require that for their retirement. Do you know how many people have retired with less than $1 million and are living exactly as they wish to live and happy as a lamb? So many people. So don't focus yourself on a specific number as much so as what you want, what you expect your bills to be, and how you want to live in retirement. That's more so what you should be focusing on, rather than a specified amount of money that you have to have, in my personal opinion. This is just my personal opinion. I am not a financial expert, so I can't tell anybody anything and how to do. You got to do you, how you do you. I'm just saying, that's how I look at it. And that's what it is. So let me get back home. So I am back from running my Dollar General errands, and I have an Amazon package, so I figured I might as well just open that right here on Yeo camera. I ordered a few things, some things for my husband and then some things for me. Nothing major, but I figured I'd open it up here. Might as well. Let's see if I can get the box open. Some elbow grease. Give us some elbow grease. So it's mostly earrings for me. I ordered these gold hoop earrings. They're supposed to be 14 karat gold, but we shall soon find out, because I could take it somewhere and find out if they are in fact what they say they are. But they're like that, if you can see them. Because I had some other 14 karat gold hoops and I lost one. So that was one. And then these are 14 karat gold studs. Supposed to be shaped like a flower. Let me see. So they look like this. Can you see them? I'm gonna shape like a flower. They're really pretty. So those are those. They came in this little box here. And then I think these are sterling silver hoops. I have some sterling silver hoops, but I wanted kind of something with a little bit more flair, because mine are just plain. So I wanted, you know, just a little bit of something. So that's what these look like. They have a little bit more design to them. So yes, I mostly just ordered earrings. But yeah. And then I got my husband these Soundcore headphones for the gym. I actually have some. I have a headset, headphones for the gym, but he was trying to wear his earbuds in the gym, and of course if you're really moving, they fall out of your ears. And these weren't super expensive or anything. They weren't really expensive at all, so that way if he breaks them, oh well. And then I got him some Raycon earbuds because his other earbuds, I bought him some Beats earbuds before, and I don't know how long he had them, but they ended up, one of them is messed up. It doesn't function properly, so he needed some new ones. So I went ahead and got him those. And then I just got this dressier Apple Watch band. I have a dual tone one that's like gold and silver. And then I have some dressier black. I have a black one, black and brown Coach ones. But this one is just a magnetic one. It's like this. And I actually saw this on, if I'm not mistaken, Miss Jemima's channel. I think she had one of these. But they're really sturdy, kind of, you know, supposed to be stainless steel. And I can just wear this, and it's magnetic, so you can make it smaller with the magnet. So you can just pull it out and then clip it to make the band smaller. So I'm going to give it a whirl and see how it goes. But that's all I got. Little Amazon haul, if you want to call it that, because it's not very much of a haul. But yeah, that's what I got. And now I'm going to get back in my PJs, change the bed linens, and be done for the day. So I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. And until we talk again, peace.